Have you ever noticed how certain substances don't just change how people feel, but change who they feel like? There's a moment in Netflix documentary where Charlie talks about using crack cocaine. He says something that stuck with me. He explains how it didn't just make him feel euphoric or confident, it flipped his sexuality, his desires, the way he looked at people. He described during the series about him turning the menu over, going to the other side of sex. And if you've ever been around stimulants or experienced them yourself, you might recognize this feeling, for sure. Suddenly your thoughts become more intense, your sexual ideas feel stronger, stranger, sometimes disconnected from who you believe you are. So the question is, why does this happen? And more importantly, what does this mean? Let's be honest for a moment. People on stimulants often report sudden sexual confidence, obsessive sexual thoughts, risk-taking they would never normally consider, attraction for partners that feel unfamiliar or even shocking, and afterwards, confusion, guilt, emotional emptiness. Many people quickly ask themselves, is this who I really am? Did this drug unlock something? Why did I want this so badly? This isn't talked about enough, but it's very common. And the answer isn't moral failure, it's psychological and neurochemistry. Stimulants dramatically increase dopamine. Dopamine isn't the pleasure chemical like people say. It's a motivation and a desire chemical. It'll tell your brain, this matters. Go after this. More now. At the same time, stimulants suppress the brain areas responsible for impulse control, risk assessment, long-term thinking. So you'd end up with desire turned up and judgment turned down. Sex becomes not about connection, but dopamine pursuit. But this is why people on stimulants often chase intensity rather than intimacy. Here's the part that people find disturbing, but you need to hear this. Stimulants don't create new identities, they remove filters. Research in neurology shows that when inhibitory control is reduced, the brain explores novelty more aggressively. That means new fantasies, new attractions, and new behaviors. Not because they define you, but because the brain is chasing stronger dopamine spikes. Sex becomes less about who and more about how intense can this feel. This is why some users describe feeling detached from their usual sense of self. And when the drug wears off, those thoughts often disappear, leaving the shame behind. There's another layer. Stimulants wire the brain into risk-equal rewards loop. Danger, taboo, excess, all of it spikes dopamine even higher. So people don't just take sexual risk despite the danger, they take it because of it. This is why stimulants-related sexual behavior often escalates. More partners, less protection, less emotional awareness. It's not desire running free. It's the brain hijacked by reward security. After the high fades, something else happens. Emotional flatness, disconnection, loneliness. People often say, I didn't even feel close to anyone, just empty. That's because dopamine without bonding chemicals like oxycodone creates stimulants without attachment. Pleasure without connection eventually feels hollow. If you have experienced this, you're not broken, you're not secretly someone else, and you're not alone. Your brain responds exactly how human brains respond to stimulants. But here's the important part. But if substances are changing the way you think about sex, intimacy, or yourself, that's a signal worth listening to. Support exists, understand exists, and you don't have to carry confusion in silence. This isn't about judgment, it's about awareness. The observer sees patterns, not to shame them, but to understand them. If this resonates with you, you're welcome here. Subscribe for more honest conversations about human behavior, psychology, and things people rarely say out loud. And if you need help, reach out. There's always another way forward.